everybody.
Morning.
Morning.
So I've been writing poetry for a little while now. I've seen quite a few ups. I've experienced many downs. I've made friends. I've come out with enemies. I've tested the limits of my mind with my soul running on empty, and yet I'm still here. And I'm still here writing away my years in exchange for tears. The ones we shed at the blink of happiness and those that come with the brink of darkness. Because I be honest in saying I get so caught up in faces that the world I exist as king becomes faceless and my words end up misplaced. And my poetry ends up a face fest. So busy writing these words to make fingers step and hands clap, I might as well be the next cat that comes out and rap. For the many times I found myself caught up in the rapture of my own mess that the words weren't pure. Because the stories I was telling was from my frustrations and not my love. Because the fame poets gain is an addictive drug, and I felt like I had glued my nose to a sewer hole, importing everyone's input and never really being happy with my own. And yeah, I know all my demons ain't gone, but guess what? It feels good to be home. Because it's like bliss when the words start to talk to me again. Because we've been fighting so long, almost forget we friends. Or better yet, I'm that father that struggles to raise his kids because they should never have to know what child support is. Or a teacher that's leading to his students to understand why these days education's only the opening of a game plan, but when you do it, it determines where you go. So let nobody, not your mama, your daddy, your boys, or any hater ever tell you to stop at the first no. So I wrote these words for you who hates turning to the news and finds another issue, for you that's been praying in the streetlights with a box of tissue, or maybe you just can't get the words and the melodies not hit you, for you who forget your... That's right. You got it. You got it. But you that gets to the microphone and forget your words on a miscue, see, I write these words to allow them to say what they feel creatively. For the little girl who's birthed a baby mistakenly, I wrote these words for you. And I wrote these words for you because I'm thinking about that kid who has to bring a gun to school because I know that feeling. I've been there too. But the person who proclaims the world does not understand what you're going through. These words are from my friends, Nathan Bowie, Larry Henderson, DeMarco Harvey, Brandon Charles Falloway McDowell, Just J. Ramon Jackson, Chantrell Golden, Tanisha Gilmore, and Reverend Joseph Clark, every friend that I've lost in this rat race. But to Jesus, I'm praying when it's all over, I get to see his face. For my grandmother that remains a shine in my eye, for my mother who taught me, boy, don't you ever say die. For my brother that sits in Leavenworth right now and will never understand again what it means to be free. And my father, because I love after 28 years of hate, he's my best friend now. Because him not being there was the best lesson he ever taught me. And to this day, I will never understand why God chose to make me a poet, but my heart is his and he knows it. Despite the roadblocks that's been laid my way, despite who remembers what I said at the end of the day, these words fall from the pen of someone unusual, someone that's just trying to find his way on the road to renewal. So all that failure I've been enduring, I use it as fuel, because no matter what you think, this life I live ain't for me, it's for them. And I wrote these words for you. All right. Woo!